Good morning and happy Saturday. If all goes according to plan here at the farm, I won't be wearing this collared shirt very much longer. We are planning to put up 660 feet of welded wire fence today, replacing some barbed wire that our horses have been getting hung up in. And this is a job that is not a one-person job. It will take me and Lee and Lee's brother and perhaps both of our children to get the whole job done. And that's a great lead-in to today's devotional. You may remember yesterday we saw a story about some children who were rescued from a fire by people catching them as they fell from an apartment. Today I want us to go a little further, but before we do, let us see the footage so you remember what we're talking about. And yesterday I talked about the fact that God won't let us fall, that God lifts us up on wings of eagles, much the way that crowd caught those children. I did not let them fall all the way down. Today I want us to focus on the crowd though, and recognize that God so often uses us to do the work of catching people who need to be caught. Jesus told us in John 14:2, I tell you the truth, anyone who believes in me will do the same works I have done, and even greater works, because I am going to be with the Father. And there's a sense in which we might say, there's no way I can do greater works than you can. How could I possibly do all of the things that Jesus did? But the truth of the matter is that together we can. Jesus in his human body was limited to one place at one time, but the church is not limited. We are all over the entire world. And Jesus in his human body was limited to what he could do, even miraculously, just to that one place and that one time and that one person. But we are scattered everywhere. And there are wonderful miracles the church have done that aren't really miracles, but are miracles in terms of the ways that we've cared for people. The church has often been at the forefront of education and of medicine and of mission, caring for people who are in trouble. Millions and millions of people have been caught by God through the church over the years, but it's something that we have to do together. A bunch of years ago, I was driving the church bus coming back from a church backpacking trip, and we were coming up over Caesar's Head in South Carolina. We had just passed Caesar's Head. We're starting to head down the mountain, and a huge bolt of lightning struck an oak tree right in front of the church. In front of the bus, and the tree fell across the road, and I slammed on the brakes and probably stopped just 15 or 20 feet from the tree. Well, there was no going any further at that moment because there was a tree across the road, and so we stopped the bus, of course, got out of the bus. We're kind of looking at the tree. People on the other side of the road also were blocked, and they got out of their cars, and one of the people on the other side said, let's all of us push this tree and we can push it off the side of the road. And I said, there's no way. This is a huge oak tree that had fallen. There were probably 15 or 20 people there, and so we started pushing, and sure enough, without an awful lot of effort, with all of us pushing, we pushed the tree to the side of the road, and we're able to continue the trip. It's amazing what we can do together. That crowd of rescuers that rescued those children, one person couldn't have done that. Even a 3-year-old falling at that velocity might have knocked one person down. But the whole group were able to catch a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old. And we, as a part of the church, working together, can do the miracles of catching people when they are in need because we can do it together. And so let me ask you today, what is it that you're being called to do, either as an individual, as a part of the collective, or maybe something you're being called to do to encourage others, to help you with a project that can truly help people be caught in a time of need? I'm thankful that my brother-in-law came up today to help us with the fence. He's helping us in a time of need, maybe not really a gospel need, but a time of need. Maybe there are ways that you can help others or ways that you can involve others in a mutual helping event. Let me remind you that if you are watching our worship videos on Sunday, tomorrow we will be celebrating communion, and so you will want to have some bread and some juice or wine ready so that you can celebrate with us. We can do all of these things because of that wonderful truth. God is with us, all of